Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir me sada Gurave sarvalokanam Vishade bhavaroginam Nidhaye sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye namaha Ishvaro gururatmeti Murti bheda vibhagine Vyomavat vyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye namaha Narayanam padmabhuvam vasishtam Shaktin cha tatputra parasharam cha Vyasam shukam gaudapadam mahantam Govinda yogendra mathasya shishyam Shri Shankaracharya mathasya padmapadam cha hastamalakam cha shishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakaravanyan Asmadgurun Santathamanatosmi Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krato Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Sutrartho Varnyate Yatra
Sutrartho varnyate
Sutrartho varnyate yatra
Vakyai Sutranukaribihi
Vakyai
sutranukaribhiः
Svapadani cha varnyante
Svapadani cha varnyante
Bhashyam Bhashyavido Viduhu
Bhashyam
Bhashyam
Bhashyavido viduhu.
bhashyavido viduhu.
We have completed the two mundakas, each mundaka consisting of two sections. Now we are in the Tritiya Mundaka, first section, Pratama Khandaha. So two more Khandas. So we are in the last Mundaka. In the previous Khanda, that is second Khanda of the Dvitiya Mundaka, Brahma Vedam Amrutam, Brahma Eva Idam, Brahma Vedam Amrutam Parastat. So Idam, Brahma Eva, Idam Jagat. This Jagat is Brahma Eva. This Jagat is not different from Brahma. Brahmanaha Abhinnaha, Abhinnam Jagat. So therefore Brahma is the Karanam, Jagat is Karyam. Like Karya Karana, cause and effect. Drishti, Karya Karana Drishtiya. When you look upon the Jagat as the Karyam, Brahma becomes the Karana. And Karya doesn't exist apart from the Karanam. Therefore, Jagat doesn't exist apart from Brahma. Therefore, Jagat is not separate from Brahma. Therefore, it is Brahma alone. Brahma, which is manifests as is Jagat, as is Jiva. So therefore, Jiva is nothing but Brahma Eva. Jivaha Ishvaraha Eva. Jivaha Ishvaraha Eva. Brahma Idam Jagat Brahma. Samanadikarani. Idam Jagat, idam meaning Jagat, Brahma Eva. Samanadikarani. Binna Pravritti Nimittanam Samana Vibhaktikanam Ekasmin Vishaye Tatparyaha Samanadikaranyam. Idam and Brahma or Ayam Jivaha Ishvaraha. So the words are different. The words are different and therefore the meanings are different. Jivaha is a word. Idam, that is Jagat, is a word. Brahma is another word. Binna Pravritti, they are different words. Therefore meanings are different. Binna Pravritti, Nimittana. But in the Vakya, the sentence, they are in opposition. They have the same vibhakti. Samana vibhaktikana. Therefore, they have tatparya in eka vishaya. Ekasmin vishaye tatparyam asti. It is not visheshana. It is not visheshana vishesha. Generally, padayogo samanadikaranyam padarthayogo visheshana vishesha bhavaha. When two padas have the same vibhakti, same vachanam, then the relation is visheshana vishesha. But when it comes to Brahma, Satchit Anandam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, Brahma is there. And we have Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, all are same vibhakti, same vachanam. But do we take here it as adjectives, Visheshana to Brahma? If Brahma is qualified by these Visheshanas, adjectives, minus these adjectives, then what is Brahma? As we saw in Panchadashi. We asked the Purva Pakshi the question, if you remember. Brahma is Nirvishesham va, Savishesham va. If you say Brahma is Savishesham, Brahma with the attributes, then to what these attributes are added to Savishesham and Nirvishesham, we have seen a lot of doshas are there. Anavastha, Daya, Anavastha, Dosha, Dayaha. So, therefore, these are not adjectives. In the language, in the spoken language, it may be adjective. The words are adjective. Chaturaha, Balaha. Chatura, Balika. But in here, it is Lakshana. This is, the words are Lakshanam, not Visheshanam. Because Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Satyam is Sat, Satyam, and that is Chit. They are not different. That is, that existence. Existence is consciousness, knowledge. Knowledge is, use the word consciousness. It means knowledge, jnana. Instead of the word knowledge, because the knowledge, the word we use generally for referring to any knowledge, physics knowledge, chemistry knowledge. So if you use that knowledge, then this also becomes one more knowledge. Therefore, we use the word consciousness. Consciousness, nothing but knowledge. Nyapti swarupaha. It is a very meaning of the word nya, dhatu. Knowledge means meaning of the word dhatu, jnanam, knowledge. And that for which we use the word consciousness. And consciousness is, when we say consciousness, it is. So is and consciousness not different, same. And that is ananta, not parichinnaha. Everything is. Therefore, consciousness is. Therefore, these are the lakshana. So, therefore, idam jagat brahma, ayam jivaha ishvaraha, when we say samanadikaranam is there, it is, it means the jiva is nothing but Ishvara. This jagat is not different from Brahma. So jagat is the karya and Ishvara as the karana, abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. So therefore, when you look upon as a karya karana sambandha, then also karyam cannot exist from the karanam. Therefore, the karyam Brahma is, the karyam jagat is Brahma eva. And jagat, in the jagat jivas are there. What about jiva? That's also included. So jiva, ayam jivaha ishvaraha eva. This jiva is Ishvaraha. So therefore, when everything manifests, when Brahma alone manifests as everything, Sarvatmaka, therefore as Jiva also, therefore Jiva is nothing but Brahma. When we say Jagat, it includes Jiva also. So Jagat means Chara Charatmaka Prapancha. Chara Achara, both are there. Moving, non-moving. Chetana, Achetana. So Jiva is Chetana. Achetana is also Brahma, Chetana, Jiva also Brahma. So Jivaha, Ishvaraha eva. Therefore, that is a vision of the Shastra. Tatatvam asiti Mahavakyana. This Aham Jivaha Paramatma eva iti, the Aikyam, the oneness. The oneness is conveyed by this Vakyam. The Vakyam which have Samanadikaranyam. They are same vibhakti, samana vibhaktikanam, भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्तानां शब्दानां तात्पर्यं कुत्र अस्ति एकस्मिन् विषये. What is that ekasmin विषये? That aikya विषये. So therefore, when one gets this vision, this knowledge, clear vision, clear knowledge, samyak darshanam, then all the problems associated with the individual, the jiva, agam parichinnaha, I am small, insignificant, limited, I am not happy, dukkha, shokaha, moha, all this samsara, this is samsara. So samsara goes away. So samsara goes away. Aham karta samsara. Aham bhokta samsara. The kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam goes away. Kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam is there because of the abhimana with the upadhi. When the upadhi itself is dismissed as mithya, upadhi is mithya, therefore satya atma, that jivatma is paramatma, aikyam. Therefore, where is samsara for jiva? There is no samsara really for jiva. Samsara is kalpitam. It is superimposed. Therefore, to understand that it is kalpitam only, we use this prakriya, karya, karana prakriya. It's an excellent prakriya method. As though they are different, one is the cause, other one is the karya, the product is presented. And finally, karya also is reduced to karanam. Therefore, that which is a karanam doesn't remain as a karanam anymore. When karyatvam itself is not there, then karanatvam attributed to Brahma also goes away. That karanatvam is also mithya. Only when karyam is there, then only karanam is. When karyam is not there, when karya jagat is reduced to Brahma, the Brahma cannot enjoy the status of being a karanam. But karanatvam attributed to Brahma is also mithya. Ishvaratvam is mithya. Jivatvam is mithya. Ishvara is not mithya. Ishvaratvam is mithya. Ishvara is Brahma. Sopadika Chaitanyam is what is called Ishvara. It's in Vedanta Sara. Upahitam Chaitanyam, Upadi, Sagitam Chaitanyam, Sopadika Chaitanyam is Ishvara. And Upadi is Mithya. Therefore, Ishvara, Brahma Eva, Brahma Chaitanyam. The same thing with the Jiva also. With the Upadi is called Jivaha. Upadi Sagitam Chaitanyam. Vyashti Upadi Sagitam Chaitanyam. Jivaha. And Upadi is Mithya. Therefore, Jiva is Chaitanyam. Ishvara is Chaitanyam. Jiva is Chaitanyam. How many Chaitanyams are there? How many knowledge is there? Only one knowledge. That is Sarvajnaha, Ishvaraha, Brahma Eva. That is the Vishaya. That is a vision. That is a Tatparya. And as though Jiva is there and Paramatma is there, the next Mundaka begins like that. That is, as though two people are sitting in this body, staying in this Sharira. As though two people. One person doesn't do anything. One person is just watches, is just a witness, witnessing the other person. The other person does a variety of actions. He continues to do a lot of actions, a lot of karma. And for karma, inviting karma pala, therefore experiences karma pala. Because he does karma, therefore karta. And karma brings in karma pala. He enjoys the karma pala, therefore bhokta. So, karta, bhokta. One person is a karta and he is a bhokta, performing varieties of karma and therefore enjoys it, whereas the other person sitting in the same shariram watches this person. Now, this jiva who resides in this samsara vriksha. The samsara vriksha is this sharira. The samsara vriksha, doing a karma, performing varieties of action, enjoying karma pala. And the karma pala, it is not always pleasant, because the karma pala depends on so many factors. So sometimes the result of the action is more than what is expected. Sometimes it's quite opposite. And also the karma pala, the previous karma pala, the result of the previous action also comes as karma pala. Knowingly or unknowingly, whatever karma been done before, good karma, bad karma, all these manifest as papa. All these later, this papa which has stored as papa punya manifest for this jiva for enjoyment, to experience. So therefore, sometimes karma pala is very bitter. Sometimes it is very pleasant, very pleasing. And this jiva, this person sitting in this shariram, enjoys all this karma pala, doing and enjoying. So now the Shastra says, this jiva which is resides in this samsara vriksha shariram, samsara vriksha, the shariram, who enjoys all this karma pala, and it is what is samsara is. Because karma pala, if it is always sweet, then there is no problem. But most of the time it's bitter only. Therefore, it suffers. Sometimes it enjoys, most of the time it suffers. Therefore, the Shastram says, if you want to get rid of this problem, this dukkha rupa samsara, then you don't have to give up the shariram. You don't have to give up the shariram. Remaining in the shariram, being in the shariram, residing in the shariram, you can still be free. Sitting the samsara vriksha, this shariram, without giving up this, you can still be free. So the freedom is there while living in the shariram itself. Why? Because the other person is watching. The other person is watching. Because of the other person only, this person performs karma. The other person who illumines this person, in the presence of that person, this person is acting, performing. Without him, this person also not there. Therefore, what is this person? Therefore, he must be a mithya. He must be mithya, and the other person it must be real. It must be satyam. He is Ishvara. Therefore, jiva is mithya and Ishvara is satyam. These are the two persons. Jivaha, Jivatma and Paramatma. These are the two persons sitting in the same shariram. Without Ishvara, who is the witness of all the actions performed by this jiva. Without Ishvara, this jiva cannot remain. The jiva cannot exist. The jiva is enlivening because of Ishvara. Therefore, this jiva has to be mithya. Therefore, this jiva has to be mithya. So therefore, the Ishvara is, the other person Ishvara is Satyam. Therefore, two persons. And if you analyze further, finally, we'll say this jiva is also Ishvara alone. This jiva, that jivatvam is because of the abhimana with the upadhi. Jivatvam is because of the abhimana with the upadhi, sharira mana sangata. In fact, what is there is only, they are not two. It is Ishvara eva. It is Atma eva. That is what finally we are going to say. So this person, Ishvara, in this presence, Sanidhya Matrena, the Sanidhya Matrena, it renders existence to this Jiva. And therefore, Jiva is conscious. Therefore, Jiva performs karma. And because of Abhimana with the Shariram, thinks himself to be the Karta and Bhokta, etc. Whereas this person, the Ishvara, who is just a witness, Sakshi, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that he doesn't perform any karma. How can he perform karma? He cannot perform any karma. Kartrutvam, Bhoktrutvam not there. How do you say Kartrutvam, Bhoktrutvam not there? Shruti is a pramanam. Gita is a pramanam. Chaturvarnya maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam viddhi akartaram avyayam Aham Paramatma Akartaram Avyayam. Aham Akarta. Bhagavan himself says in the Gita, Aham Akarta Abhokta. I am not the doer. I am the doer, at the same time I am not the doer. Tasya Kartaram Api Vidhi Akartaram. That is, I am, unless you may you know me as the doer. And at the same time, Aham Akarta. Jeev, the Ishvara as Karta from the standpoint of the Srishti Sthiti Laya of this Jagat. But his Akarta doesn't perform any action. That's why Sanidhya Matrena we say. In the presence of him, everything happens. He doesn't do in the performance, in the presence of whom Sanidhya Matrena, everything happens. So therefore, he is Akarta. Therefore, as Krishna said in the Gita, Agam Karta, Agam Akarta means Karta is Sanidhya Matrena. Really, it is Akarta. So, Karta, Akarta, we have to understand with the Agam Akarta, Akartaram Avyayam. So, that is Karta, Akarta means not a Karta. By my presence, Sanidhya Matrena, everything happens. Jiva acts, Jiva performs varieties of karma. So, therefore, and Jiva perform because of Abhimana Viddhi Upadhi. So therefore, the two persons are there. One person, and here now in this Mundaka, the Upanishad uses an imagery. He says two birds, not two persons, two birds. One bird, he goes around enjoying different fruits. Some fruits are sweet, some fruits are bitter. Fruits of the Ashwatta Vriksha. Pippalam Swadhati, it enjoys the fruit of Pippala Vriksha. Fruit, it can be literally fruit, or that bird is nothing but the Jivatma, performs varieties of action, karma, and therefore enjoys a fruit, karma palam, and it eats Swadu Atti. Whereas the other bird, the Paramatma bird, is just sitting there, anashnan, not eating, just watching. Watching, or it blesses this bird who performs. Because of his blessing only, this bird is active. Minus that, this cannot. Sanidhya, that is Sanidhya Matrena. The other one, the other bird is there. The other bird blesses this bird. The other bird blesses this bird. The other bird, in fact, provides all the things required for this bird to enjoy. For this bird to enjoy, to do karma. To do karma, you need all the accessories. So all these are provided. Shariram is accessory, assemblage, all these are provided. All the sense objects, all these are provided by the other bird, who is the witness bird, the Sakshi bird. So one is the doer bird, other one is the Sakshi bird. So therefore, since the Sakshi bird doesn't get involved and the other bird actively gets involved, we really see the Sakshi bird not disturbed. It remains calm and quiet. It is just watching, whereas other bird always performing one or the other karma, enjoying the karma pala, it is restless. Therefore, it is samsari. It is samsari bird, and that is jiva. That is jiva. That jiva cannot exist. It cannot live. It cannot enjoy existence without this bird. Therefore, Veda is at the same time Abheda is. Veda is because of Abhimana with the Sharira, therefore samsari. At the same time, that cannot exist without this. Therefore, that has to be mithya. So mithya, therefore, there is no difference between that bird and this bird. The Jivatma bird, the Jiva, that bird, Jivatma bird, Jiva bird is mithya because it doesn't exist of its own. It doesn't exist of its own. Its existence is because of this Paramatma bird. So, therefore, that Jiva is mithya. So, therefore, there is no difference. That Jivatma is this Paramatma, and Paramatma is not Jivatma. Jivatma, Paramatma, Bheda Hasti. When you see Satyam, Mithya, there is difference. Mithya is Satyam, but Satyam is not Mithya. So difference is there at the same time. Non-difference is there. The difference because of the Upadhi. Because of the Upadhi, Jiva is as though there, and therefore performs karma and karma pala, and therefore samsari, as though becomes samsari. But samsaritvam is mithya, because that doesn't exist of its own. It owes its existence to the Paramatma bird. So therefore there is no difference. So difference is there, at the same time non-difference is there. That is the relationship between Satyam and Mithya. Mithya is Satyam, but Satyam is not Mithya. So therefore, this Paramatma bird watching another bird, Jivatma bird moving around. That is the imagery. That is the imagery used in the first the mantra. So this two birds, because they say two birds, this shloka, this mantra, therefore it becomes the establishing factor, because two are there. Therefore, it becomes this shloka is often quoted by the Dvaitis, Visishta Dvaitis, Dvaita Darshanas, because two birds are there. Therefore, Jivatma, Paramatma, two birds are there, two persons are there sitting in the same Shariram. Therefore, two, Dvaitam, but not understanding the relationship between them. What is the relationship between the two? Two are real, therefore Dvaitam. But what we say, two do not enjoy the same state of reality. These two do not enjoy the same state of reality. The Vyavaharika, of course, it is Dvaitam, but Paramathika Drishtya, the two doesn't enjoy individual reality. It is nothing but this Paramatma alone. What is there is only Atma alone, because the Jiva is Mithya. It doesn't exist of its own. So therefore, Paramathika Drishtya, when you reduce Mithya is negatable. Negating Mithya, you cannot negate Satya. Then Satyam alone is there. Therefore, all the way it is Satyam. It is Sat. It is Brahma Eva. And Visishta Advaita said they are Visheshana. They are adjectives, attributes. Attributes to what? Attributes to what? And attributes are real. So that cannot be. Attributes are real for them, and therefore Vaikuntha is real, Kailasha is real, all these become real. If it is real, then samsara also real, samsaritvam also real, then moksha is also real for them. For us, moksha is also not real, really speaking. Really speaking, moksha is not real. Moksha is, if it is real, then it has to be accomplished in time, accomplished in place. It means you are not muktaha now. You have to earn moksha. Like you earn money. You work and you earn money. Work work brings in money. You have to work, the amount of work. Depending on the amount of work, the money is earned. Similarly, moksha is also earned by work. Therefore, there will be degrees, taratamyam in moksha. You work more, you get more moksha. You work less, you get less moksha. Then that is not moksha, because there are taratamyam in moksha. That cannot be moksha. That cannot be really freedom. It is bandha only. Therefore, moksha is siddha vishaya. Siddha vishayatva. Therefore, one need not work for moksha because siddha vishaya. Then why do we study shastram? We study shastram to know that it is siddha vishaya and why it is not known to me. Therefore, we study shastram. It is siddha vishaya. It is accomplished fact, but that I don't know. Bhane tu bhane api abhanam eva. Panchadashi, we saw. Bhane api. Even though known, but not known. Not known completely. It is known, at the same time not known. Completely not known. Completely not known is a problem. It's what samsara is. I know this milk. This is milk. I know this is milk, but I don't know whether this has poison. Not known whether this has poison. That is dangerous. The milk, whether it contains poison or not, I don't know. Even the doubt when it comes, who will consume the milk? That is dangerous. You will throw it, you will not consume the milk. Because doubt is there. You cannot give the benefit of doubt and consume the milk. So, therefore, not knowing or partially known, that is what the problem is. Samsara is. Therefore, only we study Shastram. Not to establish Paramatma or not to establish this, not establish Jagat. Jagat need not be established because it is perceived. Paramatma, Jagat is there, therefore Paramatma, Ishvara is there, need not be established. What about the Jivatma? I need not also be established because I is always there. Without me, without I, nothing is there. Every action, every thought, everything involves I. So that need not be established. It is evident. Then what is that we are trying to do? There are Vedas. Is a Veda real? Veda causes samsara. Veda is the cause for samsara. Because of the Veda only, there are limitations superimposed. Are the limitations real? Therefore only Vichara. Therefore only Shastra. Therefore, Shastra has got the purpose of to analyze and dismissing these limitations. It is only to remove the limitations. All these limitations are kalpita. When the kalpita limitations, when the superimposed limitations are removed, then what is left out? What remains? That is you. That is Brahma. So first the limitations are superimposed. Therefore only adhyaropa. Then the limitations are desuperimposed. Apavada. Adhyaropa apavadabhyam. Nishprapancham prapanchate. Then you see the vastu as it is. That vastu Brahma akam asmi. That is the prakriya. Therefore, it is not Dvaitam. Dvaitam is not the Tatparya. But this mantra is often quoted by the Dvaitins, Dvaita Darshanas, to prove that Shastram talks, the Tatparyam of Shastram is Dvaitam. Not understanding the Mithya Satya, that relation. So, therefore, both are Satyam for them. But for us, one is Mithya, other one is Satyam. So, Mithya Satya, that difference is there in the Vivahara. In the Paramarthika is all the way, it's only Satyam. Mithya is not there. Mithya only in the Vivahara. Because in the Vivahara, the empirical world only, this Mithya is. Mithya has got utility. We are not dismissing Mithya as Tucham. There is another misconception. We say we are called Mayavadis, Advaitis. We are talking about something which doesn't exist. No, we are not saying that. We talk about that which has relative existence. Mithya as relative existence, not absolute non-existence. Mithya as relative existence, therefore it has its utility in the empirical world. And we need to understand that the empirical world Mithya is, and the reality of Mithya is Satyam. It cannot exist apart from the Satyam. Satyam Brahma. Therefore, it is Brahma. That is the drishti, that is the vision of a Jivan Mukta. Only when that vision, that drishti is gained there, then only samsara will go. Otherwise, samsara will not go. Samsara goes away means the perception of the person, the perception of the jnani is different, becomes different from the perception of an ajnani. For an ajnani, everything is real, therefore he worries. Jnani doesn't worry. He knows everything is mithya, comes and goes. They're all agamapayinaha. It comes and goes. And he knows Atma Aham, Anashinaha, Prameyaha, Ajaha, Nityaha, Sarvagataha, Stanahu iti. Therefore, no samsara. Samsaritam also, it is superimposed. Therefore, no samsara for Atma. And that is no samsara for Atma for both Jnani and Ajnani. But Ajnani knows, therefore becomes free from samsara. Ajnani, even if he doesn't know, is also Atma only. Because not known, therefore he suffers. Therefore, he is a samsari. Samsaritvam is superimposed, therefore he suffers. Not knowing I am the 10th man, he suffers. Looking to find the 10th man. Not knowing I am the 10th man who has been lost, looking for the 10th person. That is samsari jiva. So this is the imagery is used here. There's a famous imagery. Mundaka Upanishad is famous for the two imageries. One is the bow imagery, Danurgritva Upanishadam Nahastram, and second imagery is the two birds imagery. So with this introduction, we will read this Sangati. And here Shankaracharya gives a Sangati. Sangati, the connection of this Mundaka with the previous Mundaka. The connection of the first Kanda of this Mundaka with the last Kanda of the previous Mundaka. Connecting, that Sangati. Shankaracharya beautifully gives Sangati in just few lines, 4-5 lines. We'll read. Paravidya Ukta
Paravidya Ukta
Yaya Tadaksharam
Yaya Tadaksharam
Purushakyam Satyam
Purushakyam Satyam
Adhigamyate
Adhigamyate
Yat Adhigame
Yat
Yat
Adhigame
Hridaya Grantyadi Samsara Karanasya
Hridaya Grantyadi Samsara
Karanasya
Karanasya
Atyantika Vinashaha Syat
Adyantika Vinashaha Syat
Syat
Taddarshana Upayascha
Taddarshana Upayascha
Yogaha
Yogaha
Dhanuradi Upadana Kalpanayoktaha Kalpanayoktaha
Dhanuradi Upadana
Dhanuradi
Kalpanayuktaha
Kalpanayoktaha Paravidya Dve Vidye Veditavye Paracha Aparacha. So Vashikaraka taking us to the first Mundaka, first Kanda. Dve Vidye Veditavye. So two knowledges, Vidya, Ukta Paravidya. So two Vidya are there, Aparavidya, Paravidya. Aparavidya already dealt in the second section of the first Mundaka, and it is Plavahete Aruda Yagya Rupaha. It is Aparavidya is, by Aparavidya one cannot gain moksha, it is Aparavidya. It is Plavaha, like a flimsy boat. that cannot take us across the ocean of samsara. Therefore, aparavidya, then paravidya only talked about. Yaya vidya tadaksharam adhigamyate, that vidya is paravidya. So yaya tat aksharam, aksharakyam purusham, aksharam na ksharati. That doesn't undergo any change, that doesn't vanish in time. So that akshara, and that akshara is the jagat karanam, tasmad aksharat, sama yujugum shidiksha. Everything has come from that aksharam brahma we saw in the first mundaka of the previous, I mean the first kanda of the previous mundaka. So therefore jagat karanam, that purushakyam, it is known by the name Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Tasmad Aksharat Purushat iti. So Paravidya Ukta is, it is presented, Abhigita Ukta, Yaya, Paravidya Ukta. The Vidya which was presented, that Paravidya, Yaya, by which Tat Aksharam Purushakyam, that Aksharam which is known, which is called by the name Purusha, that is Satyam Abhidhiyate. That Aksharakya Purusham is Abhidhiyate. It is Abhidhiyate, presented, Vidhiyate. So Satyam, Adhigamyate, not Abhidhiyate. Adhigamyate, Satyam Purushakyam, Satyam Adhigamyate is attained. That Purusha, which is Satyam, Adhigamyate, which is gained, attained. So by Paravidya, this Purusha is gained. That is what the meaning. By Paravidya, this Aksharam, Purushakyam Aksharam, that Satyam is Adhigamyate. It is gained. Okay. Then this Yata Adhigame Sati Saptam, Yata Adhigame Sati. Yata Adhigame Sati. Adhigamanam is attaining. Here attaining is knowing. There is no physical attainment. It is only knowledge. Therefore knowing, if it is known, Yata Adhigame Sati. When it is known, then what happens? Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha Kriyante Jasya Karmani Tasmin Drishte Paravare. Very important mantra we saw. Therefore Hridaya Grantyadi Samsara Karnasya Atyantika Vinashaka Syat. Atyantika, complete, total Vinashaka, destruction. The complete destruction of Hridaya Grantyadi Samsara Karnasya, this Avidya Granthi, the desire. In fact, that is the Granthi. The desire because of Avidya. So Hridaya Granthi, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi. That Hridaya Granthi, when this Satyam Brahma, Aksharam, Purushakyam, Satyam Brahma, it is known, then when it is attained, attaining means known, when it is known, there will be complete destruction of this Hridaya Grantyadi Samsara Karnasya, the cause of samsara, which is this Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya Granthi is referring to the previous Kanda, the previous Mundaka, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, because that alone creates samsara, bondage. The desires are there. The desire becomes very strong. First in the Bhama Sankalpa becoming desires. Therefore, to fulfill the desires, he works. Then Abhimana with the Shariram is there. Therefore, Karta, Bhokta, he gets caught into the samsara. The desire is wanting to become. Wanting to become is what is samsara is. Wanting to become is samsara. You are already that, but not knowing, wanting to become. Therefore, the wanting is because of desire. The desire because of Ajnanam. Ajnanam, because of Ajnanam, desire, and desire strengthens Avidya, Ajnanam. So, Parasparam Bhavayantaha. Each one strengthens the other. Therefore, samsara is deep for a samsari. So therefore samsara karanasya hridaya grantyadihi hridaya grantyadi samsara karanasya atyanta vinashaha bhavati. Therefore, when the vinasha happens, when I understand myself to be that Brahma, which is Akshara Purusha, then all the limitations which are kalpitam on me, they get destroyed, they goes away. I was thinking aham parichinaha, I'm confined to this only body, mind, sense complex. Whatever the defects of the body or my defects, the defects of the mind belongs are my defects. The Sharira undergoes variety of changes. All the changes are my changes. And the body is limited. It has limited power, limited skills, and it is inadequate, insignificant. So all these things are me. Therefore, whatever this anatma shariram is, that I took it as myself. The limitations are which are superimposed, which are kalpita, the anatma limitations on this atma. Then I also assume that the limitations are real. Therefore, I atma have taken the limitations of anatma and consider myself to be a samsari. So therefore I am samsari. Therefore, desire is there. Then desire prompted action. Then action brings in papa punya, and papa punya brings in punarjanma marana. Therefore, it is a vicious circle. Samsara continues. So samsara is because of this ajnanam, and ajnanam. Therefore, because of ajnanam, aham karta bhokta, and all the various conclusions about myself with regard to this sharira manasangata, and what are connected through this sharira manasangata, my family, my relations, my society, my country, all these are through the sharira upadhi alone. Minus is upadhi, what is the relation? So all these are, they get multiplied, the sambandha. So it has got many shaka branches, multiplied into so many branches. The samsara, that's a samsara vriksha. And what happens in the wake of this jnana? Atyanta vinasha, completely uprooted. Atyanta vinashaha bhavati. Therefore, tad darshana upayaha. What darshana upayaha? This tad darshanam is this Brahma darshanam. Tad darshana upaya. This akshara tattva darshana upayaha. Yogaha, that is what is called yogaha. Darshana means vision, perception, knowledge. Darshana means here knowledge. Darshana means seeing. Seeing means what? Knowledge, not physical seeing. The seeing is perception. Perception here is knowledge. Tad darshana upayaha. The vision of that. Therefore, vision. The vision of what? The vision of this Akshara Purusha, this Brahma Tattvam. Therefore, tad darshana upayaha. Upaya for this darshana is what is called yogaha. So, tad darshana upayaha, tat referring to akshara. Therefore, akshara tattvasya, brahma tattvasya darshanam, and darshanasya upayaha, tad darshana upayaha, tasya darshanam, tad darshanam. Darshanasya upayaha, the means, the technique, the tool is what is called yogaha. What is that yoga? That yoga is what is Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, the language of Gita. So Yoga, that is Jnana Yoga. That Jnana Sadhanani. Tena Jnanam Tena Moksha. Yoga, Yujyate, Anena Iti Yoga. So that becomes a sadhanam for moksha. Therefore, Jnana Deva Kaivalyam. So Darshana Upayaha is the means for gaining the clear vision of this Akshara Purusha is this yoga, this Jnana Yoga. And Dhanuradi Upadana Kalpanaya Uktaha. That has been already Uktaha told by the imagery, kalpana. What imagery? Dhanuhu adi upadana kalpana. Dhanur krigito upanishadam nahastram. What is Dhanu there? Dhanuhu, that Dhanuhu, Sharaha, then we have the target. And what is Dhanuhu? Dhanuhu is Upanishadam. Upanishadam is Upanishad. Shastram, Omkaraha. On the Omkara, you load the Jivatma arrow, and the target is Paramatma. Then aim the target, release the arrow, shoot. Then Sharavat Tanmayo Bhavet, the Jivatma travels as though travels. There is no travel. That is, Jivatma hits the target and becomes one with the target. Like that, the Jivatma knows himself to be Paramatma. That is the Jnaya Vishaya. So, by Jnanam, by Jnana Sadhanam, that Jnayam, that Akshara Purusha, that Jnaya Vishaya is known, gained. That is what is Adhigamyate, Adhigamanam, knowing, gaining. So that yoga is alone talked about. That yoga is Jnana Yoga, Jnana Sadhana. The Dhanurgrigito we have seen. That Sharavata Tanmayo Bhave, the Shara, the arrow has to be very sharp, etc. Means the Jivatma has to be sufficiently prepared, Adhikaritvam required, Tamahita Chittam Buddhi. So the Jivatma, the person who is an Adhikari, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha, when that person, when he is exposed to the Shastram, Dhanuhu, when it is loaded onto the arrow, Jivatma arrow is loaded onto the bow, and when it is aimed at the target, Brahma, then the target reaches, the arrow reaches the target. The Jivatma hits the Paramatma in terms of knowing, he knows, and that knowledge, that clear vision, that knowledge removes samsara. Therefore, Atyantika Vinashaha Syat Hriday Grantyadi Samsara Karanasya. For that Upaya is, this is the Upaya. Shastram is the Upaya. Pramanam is the Upaya. Jnana Yogam is the Upaya. That is Dhanuradi Kalpanaya Uktaha, already told. Now, Atha Idanim
इदानीं
Tat Sahakarini
तत्सहकारिणी
Satyadi Sadhanani Vaktavyani Iti
सत्यादिसाधनानि
साधनानि
वक्तव्यानि
वक्तव्यानि इति
Tadartam Uttara Grantharambha.
तदर्थम्
उत्तरग्रन्थारम्भः
So Kalpanaya Uktaha in the previous Mundaka fine. Atha, now. That is after Idanim, now. Atha Idanim. After now, after that now. Thereafter, Tat Sahakarini Satyadi Sadhanani Vaktavyani Iti. Sahakarini, supportive. Secondary. Sahakarini. Sahakarini Sadhanani. Upayas. Secondary, support secondary means. What are the secondary means? Primary is Jnanam only. And secondary means, that is supportive means, supportive to this yoga sadhanam. Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, that is a yoga. For yoga sadhanam is Satyadi Sadhanani Vaktavyani, Satyam, etc. What is Satyam? Satyam means, Satyam is one of the sadhanam. Satyam is truthfulness. So as said in the 13th chapter, the 20 spiritual values. Amaditvam Madambitvam Ahimsa Kshanti Rajavam Acharyopasanam Shaucham Stairyamatma Vinigraha Indriyatesha Vairagyam Anangankar Evacha Janma Mrityujara Jati Dukka Dosharudarshanam Asaktina Vishwangaha Putradari Ghadishu Nityam Cha Samachittatvam Ishto Nishto Pattishu. All those values, 20 spiritual values, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, not hurting, Kshantihi, tolerance, Arjavam, straightforwardness, not playing fast and loose, all those qualities. That Jnanam, the Jnanam alone is called that these values alone are called by Jnanam by Krishna in the 13th chapter. Bhagavan Krishna says, this Jnanam, these values are these values are the Jnanam. He says he is equating these values, spiritual values, as Jnanam, because when these values are there, Jnanam is as good as it is there. It is not far. Therefore, equating these values, therefore values to be cultivated, this Amanitva, Madamitthamadi, that Satyadi, Sadhanani, Sagakarini, Vaktavyani iti. So therefore, Sagakari, Karanani, Vaktavyani, therefore only Tadartham, for that purpose only, Uttara Grantaha Arambaha. Uttara Grantaha is this the following, the letter. Uttara Grantaha, the text begins. The purpose of beginning this Mundaka is for the purpose of presenting the Satyadi Sakakarini. So that is the reason. That is the reason to convey the supportive means Sakakarini. Sakakarini tat yogasya Sakakarini. Supportive means for Jnana Yoga, the spiritual values. These values have to be cultivated, and the importance of presenting these values, when these values are present in a relative measure, then moksha is not far. Without these values, the study of Shastra will be of no use. Minus these values, one cannot really enjoy the palam of studying the Shastram. Jnana palam will not be there. You continue to do adharma, at the same time want to gain moksha, not possible. Therefore, cultivating these values, cultivating more and more adhikaritvam, sticking to values, following dharma, and therefore you become a sadhana chatushtaya sampanaha, and shastram also is pursued, then jnana palam will be there. We study shastram, and what we do is quite opposite to that. When both are in opposite direction, then how jnana palam can be gained? Therefore, to gain the vision, to have conviction in the tattvam, what the shastram presents, one must follow these values. One must live a life of values. So that is for that only this Uttara Grantaha Arambaha. This text begins. The later text Uttara Grantaha is the Grantaha, the text reads the following mantras. The mantras of this Mundaka begins. So that is a connection. Otherwise, the previous Mundaka itself, the vision is presented, Shastram is over. Aikyam is presented, that purpose, that is a Tatparyam, that is done. Why do we need to start again a new Mundaka? It is over. But this is the reason. Satyadi Sadadhanani Sakakarini Vaktavyani iti Uttara Grantasya Arambaha Bhavati Uttara Grantaha Arabhyate iti. The next time we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.